We're now set to meet the final company here in the big reveal.
Hey folks, I'm Sheriff Mark Lamb, and this is the big reveal, special edition. Part of the reason it's special is because I got the legend, Ken Shamrock. If you're an MMA fan, you know who this man is, the most dangerous man in the world. Ken Shamrock, glad to have you on this today with me.
I appreciate that announcement, man. Yeah.
He's a legend. We also got an awesome product, awesome line. And we got Josh here from Aristech who's going to tell us all about it. So, Josh, tell us who you are, what's your company, and we're going to talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me, and amazing that I get to stand next to this guy. Are you kidding? This is amazing. Yeah, I'm Josh with Aristech. I'm the CEO, and we make a product that neutralizes the physiological effects of electromagnetic radiation.
We're gonna need it. I don't think, Ken and I are like, I don't think we understand all this stuff.
Well, I teed it up for you to ask the question, so here we go.
So for anybody who doesn't understand like Ken and I, now, asking for a friend, can you explain it for the people that don't understand what you just said?
Yeah, so I think it's good to understand, okay, first of all, understand the body's electric. Yeah. And so when I say the next part, which is everything around us is emitting an electronic frequency that now is interacting with your body's electrical system. And so they aren't compatible. So all of your wireless technologies, your cell phones, your satellites and cameras, everything that's connected and wirelessly connected is emitting these frequencies, and they're man-made digital frequencies that are not consistent or congruent with the body's own field. So what we do is we make a technology that remodulates that frequency to then be less disruptive to your system.
Wow.
That sounds like a whole lot of arithmetic, algebra, chemistry, but I get the point. There's a problem and you got to fix.
Yeah, first of all, the fact that he noticed that it was math is, because most people don't. But yeah, it is really this interplay of physics and physiology.
The one on the right there is what you look like after 10 minutes of having the phone up against your head with no Aries device.
That's wild.
It's very significant.
There's a lot of red on there.
That's insane.
I can't believe how different they are. Honestly, I thought there would be like a little bit of a difference, but this is pretty insane.
That's really cool. A small device like that can make such a huge difference.
I'm very surprised at how well the device works.
I'll tell you why I love it, because I've always said that we live in a world of frequencies. And you know, when sometimes you feel bad, I don't think people realize it's probably a frequency interfering with their body, the physical makeup of their body.
Yeah, no, and what's nice about frequencies, we can actually measure them. So a lot of what we do is we will strip to an EEG and heart rate variability. We'll be able to test all your biometrics and actually measure your own frequencies, your own what's going on in your head, your own physiology, and show you how your body is interacting with the cell phone, with the wireless technologies around us, but then also see all that go away when you use our product.
So is it a physical product that we actually carry around with us, or is it something you take?
Good question. We have multiple variations of product, but everything from like something that you would just use with your cell phone or stick onto your cell phone to something that you would wear if I travel. Airports are notoriously saturated. The plane itself is a tube filled with electromagnetic radiation, and so I would wear one that's a little bit closer to your heart to be able to kind of measure and manage that a little bit better. And but then we have stuff for area protection. We actually just kicked off a big partnership with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are the first EMF-friendly arena in the world.
That's crazy to think that you just never think about these products being out there to deal with things that we probably on a daily basis don't think twice about.
Yeah.
The problem with that is this has been a problem for a long, long time, and actually the information has already been out there, but no one's really done anything to try to fix it.
No, you're absolutely right, and which is, this guy here reminds me of the fact that we have so many athletes coming to us because they're sensitive to the inputs. They know when something's off in their environment.
They got their body working at
100%.
Performance.
So every little input, they're dialed. They know if it's working, not working, if the sleep's off, something, the environment's off, including EMF. So we saw this rise of athletes coming to us for a solution, which led us to the UFC. And so we do a lot of work and partner with the UFC at their Performance Institute, measuring and coming up with solutions to help the fighters stay healthy and recover.
I was just going to ask you what precipitated what were you trying to solve in the marketplace, and you just answered it. And I love that you brought up, because most of us are not at our peak performance. And then you get these athletes, they are at their peak performance. They're listening to every little bit of their body. And you guys are now addressing that and making sure that everybody's working at peak performance.
And it's not just athletes though. I think that's the one thing that's hard is to communicate to the average citizen, the average person, is it's really affecting all of us, and there's actually more vulnerable groups. And children, for example, they're still developing, their biology isn't really hardy to deal with this constant stress. So that's something that we think a lot about, just the ability of, like, what is EMF doing to the body? What is that radiation doing to the body when you're already sick or already have conditions and things like that? It's just a constant stressor. So the ability to fix that for the average person is really the big opportunity, but athletes are always leading the way because they're at the cutting edge of that.
I'm an elite athlete. I'm always looking for every advantage. Adding in the Aries Tech products, just kind of confirming it, because a lot of times when we do these kind of things, or when we use products like this, all right, well, it's just a placebo effect, and now seeing it, it's confirmation that, like, choosing to use these products and choosing to do this is like the right step, because it's not only am I feeling it, but I'm also seeing it.
So somebody's listening today and they're like, I need this. Right. Where can they go to find this product? Can they find it in a store? Where's the website? How do they get their hands on what you're producing? Yeah, so go to ariestech.com. That's spelled AIRES tech.com. And on that site, you're gonna learn all about our different partnerships. You can read over 40 different studies and research papers, most of which are peer reviewed. You can read our patent, learn all the different math if you want to understand all the geometry that we're talking about. It's all there to really help people understand what we're doing, and then also see the visual demonstrations that you can see in real time actually having a real impact on people.
I just want to say this, man. Just being an athlete, a fighter, and knowing how much this affects a lot of athletes, I want to say thank you, man.
Yeah, this is amazing.
This is awesome, man.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
And thank you for seeing something in the marketplace, solving that with a product that works. And make sure that if you feel it, you need this product, which we all do, I'll be honest with you, there's so many frequencies going on out there, so much going on outside of our bodies. To be in optimal performance, not just an athlete, like you said, just an everyday citizen that feels good, make sure you go to ariestech.com, ariestech.com.
You got it.
We'll spell it out for you too in the video so you know where to go and get your product today.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Well, thank you, Josh, and thank you everybody for tuning in to a special edition of The Big Reveal.